Expressing appreciation and gratitude for your partner and the things they do strengthens the emotional connection in the marriage.
And I think that that's important, but can be difficult because you just continue on a cycle. Like you just keep like the person does it and it's like, all right, cool. So like, you cook and it's like, all right, because you cook.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, it's nice to hear, thank you for that meal. It was really good.
Yeah.
Right? Even though it's like, maybe it's your standard salmon, but sometimes the salmon
I was thinking about making salmon tonight. I saw this Instagram recipe. I was going to ask you, should I go get the salmon and make that tonight? Because that joint is so good. I'm like, I think the family would enjoy this as much as me. Yeah. Now, that is my sign of, that might be my love language.
That's your love language.
I enjoy doing it, and I know we need to eat, and it's healthy, and it keeps us full, and being able to do what we want to do. But,
it's important. I do think it's important, but it can get lost because you're just constantly doing it. So I think of like a kid in school. Sometimes when they're like the smartest kid in the class,
kind of take it for granted.
Yeah, after a while, you congratulate them, but you ain't doing it the whole school year.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I just know this person's going to excel. That's what he or she does, and it is what it is. But I would like to hear it sometimes. I would like to feel it sometimes, whatever that looks like.
What is something that you feel underappreciated for?
Underappreciated for?
Maybe not under. Maybe you could be appreciated more for.
Sometimes, but I've said this before.
Your business out there. You might go viral for it.
What? It ain't nothing crazy. What the hell?
I knew they wasn't perfect. I know that's what they waiting for.
I didn't say I was perfect.
I'm joking,
but sometimes if you it can feel overwhelming or underappreciated with working a 9-to-5 and the businesses, because that be whipping my behind as of lately being like 5-6 months. these
last months have been difficult, I would say.
That be
more difficult
whipping
than normal.
My behind. So it's different because with Anthony, he has the multiple businesses that we run and multiple things that happen on the back end, right? I have that plus the 9-to-5 and the multiple meetings and everything else that I have to.
And I would say probably taking care of Alani's on top of that too.
And then Alani, marriage, friend, like everything else you still have going on in life, right? So you still have that part of it. And then sometimes we have conversation with our coaches, we have conversation with people, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Nice.
Thanks.
I even realized that. That's appreciation and gratitude right there.
I got this done on Wednesday.
Oh, well, maybe we're recording this podcast on Wednesday. How about that?
It's been a few days. Let's just say that.
We're recording this on Wednesday.
And so I'm just not going to do it. And they're like, why not? You have to do the work. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I do the work. I've been doing the work. But it's hard. But then it's also like, it feels like you're doing everything in a business, right? So how do we balance me having to assist with the business and having 9-to-5? So I don't know if I would say I feel underappreciated there.
It's probably just overwhelmed sometimes.
It is very overwhelming. That part is very overwhelming. I think with Alani, I don't feel as overwhelming because we're both in it to win it, right? Like there is no, only you do her nighttime routine on both of us, or only you take her to the bathroom to potty train, or only you feed her. No, we both do that depending on the day, depending on what's going on, whatever. So I don't feel too overwhelmed with her. And then we also have babysitters that come and assist when we need to do something together. So that really helps as well, that there is a place to take a break as needed when we can, at least.
And so the last one.
What about for you?
Oh, no, I think for me, it's one of those, like, you're the husband. This kind of goes to gender roles. It's like, listen, I got to make it. It has to work or it has to work. So I'm willing to do whatever we need to do to make things happen. So it would be like, all right, well, Alani needs this, or she needs to be potty trained, or we this, or we got to eat food, right? The businesses still have the business. So I just think for me as a husband, I think a lot of men feel the same way. And I've seen this tweet sometimes. It's like, you got to be a husband, you got to be a father, you got to be a nurturer as well. People want you to be emotional. You got to be the CEO, so you got to be an a-hole sometimes. And it's like, as a male, especially in 2020, I mean, women feel the same way, where it's like, you got to be the head honcho or the head bee, right? And you got to do all these things.
Queen bee,
head bee, whatever they want to call it. But it was like, as a man, you can't be over emotional, but people want you to show emotion and stuff like that. So I would say balancing all the hats would be challenging for me at times, from time to time.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure.
And then you also got to make sure that marriage is functional. So I would say just the pressure of societal norms on men, especially men that are providers, especially when it comes to married men, I think it's just challenging from time to time. But I think I'm still appreciative and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be able to say that, you know, I have a healthy marriage, I have a healthy daughter, we got healthy businesses. And there are people who would, like my friend, I told my friend Andre all the time, he's like, yo, you guys have made it. Like what you guys have is what people are still looking for. Mm-hmm. And if you don't appreciate that, you will always be chasing more and not recognizing what you already have, like in front of you, right? So that was one of the things he always reminds me every couple months. He's like, yo, Aunt, you don't got to do this. You don't got to do that. You don't got to chase that. And he's like, you already have what you were chasing. You just got to remember that. So I think that's for everyone too. Just looking back, like we have these jobs, we have these careers, we have these businesses. 5 years ago, you were crying for this. You were praying for this. You stayed up every night for this, and then you have it. Now you want that thing that's 5 years from today, right? And you're chasing that today. So that's what I would say. So
okay. You said there was one more thing.
I would say continued growth. We just spoke about that. Marriage is a journey of growth and learning, embracing new experiences, challenges, and opportunities so that you can enrich your bonds over time. Mm-hmm.
So I think it just brings me to I'm like, yeah, 8 years is a long time, but if you're comparing it, yeah, what I was going to say. If you're going to compare it to 20 years, then no, that's not that long, right? But it is a really long time, and it has flown by. We spent our 8 years in a new city away from family and friends. Now, what 8 years would look like if we stayed in New York, I'm sure would be completely different. In 8 years, we've, got a dog, side hustled our way out of $114,000 of debt. We've became millionaires. We got our own home. We have 3 investment properties. We got a baby and another baby on the way. So
multiple businesses,
I think multiple businesses,
YouTube, Instagram, social media.
Yeah. So I think within our 8 years, I would say job well done. Job well done. Yes, we've had ups and downs. I think our biggest ups and downs was when we lost Tony's best friend. And then a year or two later, we lost my uncle, which is more like my father. And then a year after, we went through fertility challenges. So those have been really things that kind of rocked our relationship just on the emotional side of it and going through that part of it, which I think we could do an episode on that, the emotional side of the fertility journey with both of us. But anyway, that is another side of it, of what 8 years has looked like. But it has been prosperous. It has been great. It has been enjoyable. It has been loving, caring, all of the above. So we don't have no champagne glass, but cheers to 80 more years together, and excited for our
80 more?
Yeah.
Black man on the list for about 70.
That was back in the day. My grandfather is 91 or 2.
So her grandfather
91.
We still have that. We recorded an episode with him. Wasn't the best audio.
It wasn't?
Because I was still learning the mics and stuff. But you could watch it. But anyway,
we never put it out.
He said the reason that he's lived for so long is because he doesn't stress over little things. So guys, take that. If you are thinking about getting married or you want to take anything from this episode, try not to stress over the little things, because that will keep you alive, that will keep you healthy, and that will keep you happy. So
you never know, it could be, but yeah, cheers to us. And thank you for listening.
Hopefully you guys learned something, whether you have a relationship or not, or you're thinking about this. This could be applied to business relationships, friends, family, partnerships, whatever you guys want to apply it to. Mm-hmm. Make sure you guys leave us 5 stars. Leave us 8 stars for 8 years. How about that? Appreciate you guys tapping in and staying tapped into us. More Than a Side Hustle podcast featuring the Heart Dogs.
Have a good one.
Peace.
And happy 8-year anniversary to us.